a whole bunch of sound because I definitely have the fan on in the background, and yeah. Hey boo hey, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Lay and this is the Lady Beauty channel. Boom boom boom. Today we are going to be doing this look right here. This is the Amethyst inspired look. I have been wanting to do this look for the longest, and I don't know why I put it off for so long. I have actually wanted to do this look since I got this palette. My birthday is in February. Happy birthday to me. And so since my birthday is in February and I'm a huge birthday lover, like I feel like your birthday is probably one of the most important days of the year for everyone, not just myself. But it's also the one day of year where I can make it about me. So when I first got this palette, the first color that jumped out at me was the color Amethyst. And not because of the color itself, but because of the name. Amethyst is my birthstone, so I wanted to do this purple amethyst inspired look. So I used the shade Amethyst and Twilight, and this is like probably one of the most beautiful palettes ever. This is probably, spoiler alert, gonna be in my favorites for the month because I used this in several videos, which I will have linked right here, so make sure that you check those out. So my face products will all be listed down in the description bar. I will speed through that part and we'll just focus on the eyes for today. The lippy that I have on is this MAC Cafe du Chic. This is a really gray tone brown, and I've really been into this for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, I think that's what gives me this like whole mod look. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Hey guys! Okay, so Huda Beauty once again. As you guys know, I love this palette so much. This is my baby. I love the color coordination, color selection. It's my jam. So I'm starting with the shade Desert Sand to set my primer, which today I used the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and I love MAC eye bases for some reason. They are my absolute favorite. As you all know, the 24-hour extended eye base is one of my faves. While I was doing this video, I was totally watching a movie. Sorry. So here I'm using the shade Musk, which is like a taupey gray. It's like a taupey gray brown. And I'm just lightly swirling that into my crease area. Back and forth windshield wiper motions. Make sure that you place the color and have it nice and blended. By doing back and forth motions, you are dispersing the product from the brow bone to the crease area, and this just helps to give a more blown out effect. The more color you add, the more pigmented the shade will be. So now I'm going in with Amethyst. This is my birthstone, and please note, I am well aware that it is the beginning of March, and I meant to post this in the last days of February, but I did not get a chance to, so for all of my February babies, here it is. So now I'm going to go ahead and mix this amethyst color into the crease area using a more tapered brush. This is the Sigma E25 brush, which it's a little more flat than fluffy, but it's still considered a blending brush, so this just helps to get that color into the crease area and blend it in with that musk. Now you want to make sure that you look closely and from far behind just to make sure that you have the color that you want. Now I was trying to use that same brush to pack the color on the inner and outer parts of my eyeball, but I didn't like that, so I ended up having to use a smaller brush. This is one of the e.l.f. pencil brushes, and it's a little more fluffy than your average pencil brush. So I just really packed that amethyst color on the inner and outer corner of my eye and connected it in the center, just not too harshly. And of course, once you get the pigmentation that you want, you can stop adding color. But of course, like, you know, like I was totally feeling myself, like, yes, ooh. So now right here I'm going in with the shade OUD, which is that dark brown in the palette, and I'm just pretty much adding that to the outer parts of the inner corners. And this just helps to create more of a gradient effect. By placing this color, it just darkens it some more. What you want to do when you want gradient effects is to go from a lighter shade to a darker shade. So that's what I'm doing here. Now going back in with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot, I'm going to just carve out the center of my eye. This is a great trick when you don't want to be too precise with your blending. It helps get the blending right and clean up any mistakes or any fallout that you may have had, so that your main color has a nice clean base to go on. Now going in with the shade Twilight, this is like a purple blue reflective color. It's so pretty. I'm placing this all over my eyelid and in a patting motion just to make sure that I get the best amount of product onto my eyelid. Now I'm going in with this Makeup Forever Starlit powder in the shade number 5, which is like a iridescent pinky white. And I'm placing this all on the inner corner. This is going to be my inner corner highlight. This is a very pretty and very loose and messy loose powder, but it's very beautiful. Now I'm going in with these Allure 126 eyelashes, and yeah, we did that off camera. I will have a video on how I do this later. So now I'm going in with my Marc Jacobs Blaquer eyeliner, and I'm just going to line my waterline, and then we're going to go back in with that shade Amethyst and smoke out the lower lash line. Some people like to do this for the most part after they've done their concealer, but I was on a roll here, so I just kept going. So now I'm going to go ahead and smoke out that lower lash line. Make sure that you connect the color to the outer parts, and then we can move on to face. I sped this up for the most part because I am going to have a full tutorial on my foundation routine, as well as on the specific foundation that I'm wearing here, which is the Marc Jacobs Shameless Foundation. This is in the shade Y420. And now for concealer, as you can see, I messed up. I used this dark concealer, Dark Cocoa, by Wet n Wild, and I needed it to be lighter, so I went in with my Makeup Revolution concealer, and this is in the shade C11, and I'm placing this on the high points, under the eyes, my nose, and my chin area. And then we are just going to blend that out with a beauty sponge, which I have a brand new beauty sponge. Why do I always do that? Beauty sponge, and oh my goodness, look at this. Look at how well this blended out. It just made me feel so good about myself. So now to contour, I'm using my LA Girl contour. Well, it's a highlight. Well, it's a concealer. This is in Dark Cocoa, and I'm going to just blend that out using my e.l.f. brush, which you all know I love to use this brush. This brush is so dirty, though. That's probably why I've been breaking out. And Callie has to interrupt at all points in time of life. So to set under my eyes, I use the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Medium Deep, number 30. Now I'm going in with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and I am going to buff that all around my face. The brush that I'm using is a Mikasa brush. Use the code LADYMAKEUP15 and you'll get 15% off your purchase. Make sure you check them out because they have some really great brushes. So here I'm just blending this into my face, helping set everything. And I'm going in with the Clinique Chubby Stick highlighter, and I'm going to place that on the top points of my cheeks. I think I only used it on my cheeks. I didn't use it on the center of my face. And then I take my beauty blender and just blend it out. This just serves as, like a base for the highlight. So now I'm going in with my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is a sample, and then I'm going in with my Guerlain Terracotta Bronzer in the shade number 05. This was a little darker than I was anticipating, and I was not happy. So I had to use my regular brush, my Mikasa face brush, and kind of like blend that out so that it kind of, wasn't so harsh. This made me so mad. But it's okay. You live and you learn. Now I'm using my MAC blush in Gingerly. This has actually been one of my favorite blushes as of lately. Then I'm going in with this L'Oreal Loose Highlighter Powder in the shade 506 Sunlight. They have two of them, and this is the darker one. It's like a pinkier one. And then they have one that's like a white iridescent shade. So this is what I use today. So now I'm going in with my Glam Glow setting spray, and that completes the face makeup. For my lips, I am going in with nothing but the MAC Cafe Edu Chic. This is their Retro Matte Liquid Lipstick. It's like a cool tone brown, and oh my gosh, guys, like I totally love this color. When I first put it on, I don't like it, but then once it dries and it kind of like makes its way, girl, I don't know, it just really does something to me. And I also wore this in another makeup video. Beautiful. That completes this look, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate all of you who have subscribed to my channel and have shown me love on my Instagram. That's all I gotta say for today, guys. Until next time, beauties, stay blessed.